out. It's Mostert to start the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. To throw, Bridgewater. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 11 more on that one and another first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Slot man moves right.
26. Back
on 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers, a quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Bridgewater's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. In motion left is Wilson. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Dolphins first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the gun, a run with Mostert. He'll take it inside the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Once again, it's Mostert. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The kick by Sanders is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers out of the backfield. This is Aaron Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup of 38. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's absolutely no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. To throw is Rodgers.
He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
In motion, the tight end. Throwing is Rodgers.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41.
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
the 35 on second down. Rodgers got a man. That's Lazard. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
Hey, 26.
On first down, Rodgers. Caught by Cobb. Touchdown. Randall Cobb. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback turn back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Hey, you block over here.
On play action, now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers! Mercedes Lewis, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Final play of the half, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers going up top. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Running the counter with Mostert. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 41 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 25 yards. And the Dolphins have cut the lead back down to 2. Bridgewater will try and throw. Throws right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the third quarter's not been a whole lot of fun for him. A couple of interceptions thrown. He seems to be a different man here in the second half.
Here's Mostert.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. They go play action. Bridgewater escaping the pressure right. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right.
Completed out left to Dobbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. Now it's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tunyon
from 10 yards out.
And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up.
No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Second down, here's Mostert again. Able to slither by. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down.
On the handoff, This is Mostert.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Touchdown, Dolphins! Cedric Wilson from 19 yards away. And the Dolphins answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And when you're facing a deficit on the scoreboard, you're just looking for something to get you right back into the game, and that's the spark that they were looking for. They got it with that big return.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the 4th quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Rodgers now on 1st down.
Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Rodgers going to throw. Rolling to his left.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Bridgewater. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they can use something here on 3rd down.
Get 300. Get 300. Easy. 26.
To throw is Rodgers. Open man, here is Cobb. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Back to throw, Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Cobb goes in motion left. Now Rodgers, gotta have this one.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Picked off Byron Jones.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gonna give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they info. If it coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. This music don't work out. I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shopping. Can't trust him cause he not my. Cause we worried about quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play fake. Bridgewater. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The start less than ideal as they already face a second and long.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
I don't think anyone thought we'd see a run facing second and that long, and that element of surprise, I think, helped make that play so successful. Nice effort on that carry, and it took what seemed like second and impossible. Now has him within throwing range of a first down.
Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3, fourth down.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll try it now with Mostert.
And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining. Side here in this first quarter. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. So nothing doing there, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers.
Robert Tonyan, 33 yards. And the Packers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on fourth down in their own territory.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
26.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's going to be marked out just outside the 10.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Bad news, they didn't get it on second down. The good news is they still only need about 3 or 4 inches here on third.
And the good play callers have looked at both situations. They thought to themselves, okay, this call, I pick up the first down, already ready with that call. If I don't, this is what I'm going to come back with.
And it's a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Crosby with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. Second down. Here's Mostert again.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run it with Jones. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Bridgewater to throw it. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well, somewhat calm, only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
Up the middle, Jones. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
26. Come out.
On 2nd and 11 now. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Here's Rodgers to throw.
Got a man, it's Tunyon.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He's got the first down. He's got a big game going right now. Already over 100 yards receiving in this first half alone. They go back to the ground with Jones. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. It's Preston Smith. He gets the sack there. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
The slot man in motion right. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. And going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Rodgers.
He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers.
He'll complete this one to Watson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. This one complete to Tunyon underneath. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hey, take 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Now Rodgers. This is Cobb with a catch right side.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. An inside give to Jones. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
26. Next one.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Oh, he still brings it in. Off the tip here on the deep shot.
It's a big play there for Green Bay. 45 yards. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll run here with Dillon.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Again, it'll be Dillon.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
A.J. Dillon
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Packers take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
On 2nd and 10, Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Tunyon's got it on the out route.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Romeo Doubs.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play fake. Bridgewater.
Open man downfield is Hill.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go play action. Bridgewater. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they'll get him down short of the 1st down, right on the 10-yard line. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers.
Got a man. It's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
And again, it's Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the tight end goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Xavier Howard. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to Lazard. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
26.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. Caught on the slant. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.